Tried to cater to these clients.
Marianne Trudell is a model who spent years in the jet-set New York fashion scene, a scene that included Harvey Weinstein. She says a decade ago she was assaulted by the now disgraced movie producer in the empty upstairs area of a popular restaurant.
He just really grabbed me very strong by the waist and just pulled me towards him very brusque, like really rough, and then just started kissing me. But as I'm pushing him back, and saying no, then he reached for my breasts and started telling me, well, show me your tits then, and opening my blouse while still holding me.
She says she was able to free herself and run for the stairs. The allegation has not been proven in court. Trudell tried to forget the encounter. As a model, she had been trained not to make a fuss.
It was just the norm to just brush it off, not say anything, let it go, because otherwise you would pay a big price for, being the difficult one.
That price doesn't matter to her anymore. She recently reported the alleged assault to NYPD investigators, who flew to Montreal to get her statement.
Just wanted to add my name, just that +1, not even my name, I just wanted the number, I want the number to be accurate.
And she went further. Trudell felt it was her duty to call out others in her industry for inappropriate behavior, including a Montreal-based fashion photographer who she says tried to trade sex for photos. The photographer has erased his online presence.
You need rent, you're depending on that.
Trudell may be speaking out to push for change, but other models are still whispering, using closed Facebook groups to crowdsource stories about questionable photographers.
He actually came over to me and pulled my shirt over so that my nipple was out.
He's pushy.
Drew Catherine was fed up of dealing with such behavior. She started this Facebook group last spring to create a closely monitored safe space for models only.
What this group provides is almost like a union or an agency for us to fall back on. If my sister ever got into modeling, I'd want her to have this group.
The support is vital for freelance models who aren't with an agency and have to work harder to protect themselves from dangerous situations.
I always try and take a chaperone with me.
Especially since they pose almost nude. Not every photographer is a problem. Still, they all have stories of some who ignore model release forms that spell out what type of photos are off limits, and stories of others getting way too close.
He was just a little bit too forceful with me. He was a little bit too touchy and a little bit too let me fix this and too let me guide you through the door.
Model Sarah Ziff has been fighting these issues for years. She's trying to get New York state legislation changed to protect models from workplace harassment.
Ideally, modeling agencies would be the first line of defense. And some agencies are better than others. But unfortunately, modeling agencies are not licensed and regulated as talent agencies.
Most models are also contract workers without a union, who then is accountable when someone in the crowded room crosses the line. For Marianne Trudell, the time to answer those questions is now.
We have to really be active in trying to establish concrete changes.
While the world is paying attention. Salima Shivji, CBC News, Toronto.